said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will take the field first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Hawkeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. Pulls it in with one hand.
Well, that's about as impressive as a short gainer catch as you're ever going to see. I mean, didn't get the first, didn't go very far downfield, but it was pretty looking. He got it with one hand. I mean, I guess there's that.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Buckeyes are on the move. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. spits it out to the back. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
That's one the running back would like to have back. He's a good enough player, and he's a complete enough running back to be able to make that play. That's why they like throwing him angle routes like that right there.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Zings it complete to the right. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And they're able to get him down. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Off play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hansen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll leave it with him. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. And a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Direct snap. Makes him talk to the hand. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go right back to the run. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Buckeyes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dean. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Brown will throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And there he goes. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And they'll start this drive off in business. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his big tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. The snap sets up to throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try the run. Looking for room at the 25. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Hawkeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right back to the well. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Snags it over the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air on second down. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense turning it on. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now on first down from the 30. Off the bootleg and rolling out. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Brown wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Takes the handoff. It's Hardy. Got the first down and more. On the move at the 30. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. On second and goal, they go right back to him. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start this third quarter with a run. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. They'll go to the toss. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Pollock.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He'll keep it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to run it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quickly out to the tight end. Still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Intercepted. stopped it. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Handoff to the single running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Brown will throw it. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He'll run it again. Got enough for the first. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
On the run, it's Lacey. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Trying to get the edge on the right. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Let's see what he can do with it. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum.
Found the seam on the left. The 20. Inside the 10.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
The big explosive play put them right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. It's complete on the right side. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give on the option. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. He'll set up to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's going to fire deep. So close to a huge gain there, but he makes the catch out of bounds. It's incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team.
Number 9, on to kick it away.
Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The Buckeyes backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
The Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Hand off from the shotgun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.